Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Game Build series. If you watched episodes 2 and 3 and you're back for more, thank you. I really appreciate it, especially if you're not related to me. In this episode, we're going to make a cold start on a new incarnation of my game and try to get ready to go play golf again. Here we go. Back in the spring, I knew this whole game build effort was coming, so I got the mat out that I made many moons ago and started to work on just getting loose. There's being in shape generally, which I wasn't. Then there's being loose for golf swings, which I wasn't. Then there's being in great golf shape, which I was nowhere near. For the golf effort, it had to just start with getting loose first. Got a couple more in me, and that's going to be it for today. I've quit the game and come back to it so many times over the decades that I know what to expect, which is not much to start out with. All right. We'll see what's sore tomorrow and the day after that. You know what you do more than anything else over the course of a 20-year corporate career? You sit in a chair. And I was in really good shape for that. I was even in pretty good shape for getting myself from one chair to the next throughout the day. But that was about it. And that had gotten me into pretty rough shape for trying to do anything else, especially playing golf. About 10 years ago, I had a pretty bad back injury working in the yard and pulled a muscle and was in the bed for weeks and was doing physical therapy for weeks after that. And it's never really quite been the same, so it's still bothering me. I thought I'd torn my meniscus in my right knee back in the spring, but it's gotten better with some exercises that I found online. I've had a left wrist issue over the years from playing guitar at a funky angle, probably trying to do stuff I shouldn't be trying to do. And then worst of all, I've had a left shoulder problem from, I think, sitting in my favorite chair on the screened-in porch and holding the door open for the cat at a funny angle like that a bunch of times. And then look what happened when I quit doing it. So that was disappointing. I've been kind of an on-again, off-again guy about fitness over the years, and that's not going to cut it. My physical condition is one of the first things that's got to change in order for me to rebuild my golf game here. So I started with just walking because I can do that pretty much immediately. Then I also started some basic strength training. Then I started to throw in some jogging. I called it running until my kids pointed out that it's not. And clearly, this is not the stride of a man in peak physical condition. That's just embarrassing, really, but it's reality, and my fitness level is going to have a huge influence over how this game build goes and how fast. So we're going to check in on fitness pretty regularly going forward. Once the workouts were going and the swinging the club started to feel okay, it was time to put a ball in the way of the club head. So I took the mat out in the yard and just hit wedges and irons every few days for a while. Really just working on setup and tempo only. I know if I get set up properly, if I use good tempo and I keep my head still, I can hit it pretty well. I can't hit drivers in the yard though, so after a couple of weeks of irons every few days, it was time to go to the range and try some drivers. Man, it felt good to be back at the golf course. First day out, I hit some short irons. Then I hit some mid irons. Then it was time to try some drivers. All right, here we go. First drivers. A little right, but not bad. Gotta try not to overswing. That went okay. Not great, but no harm done. Then the next time out, I took a little more time with my irons. One of the things that I'm trying to do here is get lined up square to the target line, which is a line that runs from the ball to the target. I lay the club down there on the ground parallel to the target line, and then I try to set my feet parallel to that. And periodically, if I'm paying attention, I'll put the club along the front of my feet and walk back and see how I'm doing with that alignment. Even more important than the feet are the shoulders, because the club wants to swing along the line that the shoulders are on. So I want to get everything as square to that target line as I can. When I look back through the video, I found that I'd achieved this position at impact, which is pretty good. Then I got the driver out again on that second day. Let's just hit a few here for a minute. At this point, I think I'm lined up okay, so I'm checking ball position. I want to make sure the ball's off the inside of the left heel with the driver. And I was starting to feel less uncomfortable over the ball. Then in the second batch of shots with the driver, I moved the camera and this happened. Man, oh man. Let's watch that again. That was dead straight. Then I did it again.
You should come watch the high school tournaments that we have here. You're gonna
That's
be
great.
out here anyways.
And again.
Yeah, I'm always gonna see when you get done. I guess I came across like I had the gel and Dead straight.
Then I went back out next time and did it again. Not too shabby. Okay, so there's something rattling around in there, and that doesn't make for a golf game yet, but I can't hit it any straighter than that, no matter what. And nothing was hurting too bad by that point, so there was nothing left to do but take it to the golf course. And in the next episode, that's what we're going to do. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.